Christian here with Forward Momentum. Today's episode is going to be replacing the rear toe links on my LEXUS GS. Now, if you have a lowered vehicle, you'll know that on the rear independent suspension, when you compress it, it tends to toe in, which looking at the top of the vehicle would look like this. And I'll show you an illustration of that here in a second. The best bet is to pick up some aftermarket toe links and to have full adjustability from those toe links so that you can have much more of an ability to go from toe in to hopefully neutral or whatever the spec says. I'm going to walk you through those steps today. It's going to be a quick removal and replacement. Luckily the job is pretty easy. I'll show you what one of those toe links looks like. Now, I've already removed the passenger rear toe link, and this is what it looks like. You can see that this is about 165,000 miles, and it's pretty beat. It's actually leaking grease. This is the aftermarket Megan Racing toe link. It comes in a pair, and they're about $150 US shipped. These things are stout, they're much heavier, and they have full adjustability on this side and here on this side. This is the rear tire and wheel, and I'm gonna exaggerate here, but as you lower the vehicle, what happens is you get a tendency for the vehicle to toe in. Toe in is the front of the tire or wheel going towards the center of the vehicle. So I'm exaggerating, but this is what happens as you lower the vehicle. Now, as you have your stock link in place, approximately somewhere in this area, your adjustability is going to be right here on the cam bolt. And we'll look at that here in a second. The problem is that the shop can only adjust that cam bolt so much, bringing the tire maybe like that. And then it's at its full range of motion. You can't move it out anymore, and toe absolutely kills tires. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna replace it with the Megan Racing link I showed you earlier. And it basically sits in there like that. And now we can adjust that thing out, and it can push the front of the tire back out. So let's get off this ABS sensor line first. Now, if you're going with an aftermarket toe link like I am, you're not going to need this bracket anymore here. You're going to have to pry this apart just a little bit. You're probably going to need an exceptionally long extension if you're going to use air tools. The other thing is you can do this with basic hand tools. So you're going to need a 19 millimeter. You can use a wrench or a ratchet, fits in there nicely. But I like to use air tools. So I'm just going to come in from this angle here with a really, really long extension. Here's something that I like to do is take a paint pen and make a mark on the subframe, a permanent indentation. You can put some yellow paint or whatever color you use in there, and then put something on this. On this side, since it's hard to get around the back, I like to do it on the top. I will put a mark, marks on those, so when we go back in, we can see exactly where those plates sat. This one should just slide right off like that. And now this one's going to require a little more force, this bolt. You can't just push it through, so we're going to have to kind of wiggle it. You can use, this is a, you can't see it here on the video, but on this side is a 19 millimeter head, which that bolt goes all the way through here. So you can wiggle it with a box wrench and kind of gently tap on this, and it should come through. Before you take this bolt out from up here, leave it in place and work on this ball joint a little bit. So take a 17 millimeter and just run it. We're gonna use the tap method to get this out. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna gently pull up on this toe link, and you're gonna tap the lower portion. So I just grab this here and I snap down there. Okay, it's about to come out. So there it is. That's what it looks like. We're gonna clean this up a little bit. And there's the paint mark right there on top. You approximately align, or lengthen, I should say, the new toe link going in to the old one. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do this with the new one, and then of course we'll let the alignment shop take it from there. it starts going this way. And then I can turn it back this way. And so just keep an eye on, you know, your overall length between the two. I think that's good right there. So once you're sure that it's good, it's time to tighten these up. Like that. There we go. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna leave that wrench on from before, and it was like this. We're just gonna hand tighten that. Here's the torque specs for this whole job pretty much. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to see that. I'll try to call them out here as we do them. I have it on a very low setting right now, just to see if I can spin that on better. It's 36. Okay, that's good. All right, torque value is 44. And it is a 19 millimeter provided by Megan Racing. It's a very nice piece. Matches the other Megan Racing components if you have them, such as rear sway bars, and this is a traction bar. They actually make one of those as well. So this is how it looks. Looks really good. Now we have to deal with this because I don't want to leave this just kind of dangling here. I'm going to actually put some protective wire cover on this, and I'm going to zip tie it to this toe link, but I'm going to avoid putting it right here because this is where the alignment shop might put a crescent wrench to crank down on this. All right, one more here. There we go. That job is done. This can just remain stable right here. And the shop is going to want to move this because that's just what they're accustomed to. But you're going to have to talk to them about these adjustable links and just have them work with this here and leave this just torqued down. I want to show you guys real quick a crude method to getting your toe close if you need to drive your car a little bit or even get it to the alignment shop if it's not, you know, just a few miles away. You can take a long level like this or a string or something that would give you a good reference point, and preferably do this with the vehicle on the ground with the weight on it. And I already did that. But what you want to do is then you can eyeball this thing. And previously, I just wrenched on this a little bit. Previously, the toe was in on this side quite a bit. So I'm exaggerating, but it was like this. And obviously with a lift, this is going to be a lot easier. But I got under here and I'll show you. You just loosen this, and then you can turn the middle part whichever direction you need to go. This is way better than it was when I started. So it's weight on wheels, and that's the result on this side. And here we are on the passenger side. Again, a very crude method that's making a lot of assumptions, but it's certainly, if you're good at eyeballing stuff, it's gonna help. So now I'm gonna take it to the alignment shop and see how I did. Guys, I hope this video helped you out. If you ever have to replace your toe links, it's good to have that adjustability. And if you slam your car, then you're really gonna need that adjustability for toe, because that'll just chew your tires up. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, drop a comment, and also if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.